Science, research, and psychologists have proven that rich and successful people think differently from average people. Everything about a man, his lifestyle and habits, are formed by his mentality, his belief system, and his mindset about life. All of these affect his perspective of life. Successful people are wired differently from other people. Successful people do not think like the rest of the crowd, which makes them achieve things that the rest of the crowd cannot achieve. Now, because of their different mentality, they are able to grab and properly utilize opportunities to create the kind of life that they want. Unlike unsuccessful or average people, who only wait for time and chance to happen to them to give them the life that they want. Number 1, they are wired to see things from a different perspective. Now, there are always two sides to a coin, and your ignorance of the existence of the other side of the coin does not take away its reality. Successful people understand that there's always another side to a story. There's always another way of reasoning, a different perspective to an occurrence. They do not base their judgment on a biased view, but try to look at things from a different perspective. And even if that perspective is not real, they try to create it by predicting its reality or the probability of its occurrence. Now, this helps them to stay prepared for whatever the flip side of the coin produces. When they are hit with new opportunities, they check out the various perspectives of the opportunities, checking out their chances of winning and losing, the pros and cons, weighing their choices. They not only go for what is best, but also try to work out the other things to still work in their favor so that they remain on the winning side no matter what. They will predict the A, B, C, and D sides of an event, creating different opportunities from every occurrence, such that even if plan A fails, they have extra backup plans, not only for a fallback source, but also something else that they can start building from. Just like Proverbs 22 verse 3 says, a prudent and far-sighted person sees the evil of sin and hides himself from it. But the naive continue on and are punished by suffering the consequences of sin. Number 2, they are great learners. Successful people think differently because they are great learners. They are always open-minded and ready to gain new knowledge from any source because they understand that no knowledge is a waste. They are always ready and willing to learn from any and every source, and they do not limit their learning to only their field. They learn vast, gaining knowledge from different fields of interest and industries. This is why they can create a principle from physics, psychology, and neuroanatomy and apply it to change their lives, the lives of the people around them, and the world at large. They are also inquisitive, always yearning to gain more knowledge, packing in as much as they can. They try to learn one new thing every day, from listening to people or podcasts, to reading a new book, or trying out new research. Even in their leisure time, they are committed to developing their cognition through trying out new hobbies, playing new games, or occupying themselves with the fun-filled activities that are still educative or inspiring. Now, it's almost like they challenge themselves to learn something new from every trivial experience they have. Hence, there's always new knowledge to come home with. This not only widens their knowledge horizons, but it also helps them keep their thinking, remembering, problem-solving, and comprehension skills active. Number 3, they are great readers. An average successful man reads at least 52 books a year. That is 1 book per week. Their openness to read gives them more insight on how to handle things better. They can amass plenty of quality information from the documented works of other people. Because of their willingness to read more and gain more knowledge, they are very humble. They subject themselves to teaching and coaching from more experienced and knowledgeable experts in the field. Learning from experts by reading books is one of the best ways to do a mental exercise. They keep their brains active all the time, and that sharpens their thoughts and response time. The more they read, the more knowledge they gain, the sharper their brains get, the quicker to make the right decision. They'd rather spend their leisure time reading or gaining more knowledge through another source than spend their time on the internet or on TV. Number 4, successful people are positive-minded. They carry and spread an aura of positive energy to everyone that comes around them. They are always full of optimism, even when the reality might be saying the opposite. Catching them feeling or thinking negative is like passing a camel through the eyes of a needle. As much as they are also aware of the reality and potentials of the negatives happening, they still stay focused on creating the positives and creating the lives that they want out of the limited opportunities they have. Their optimistic mentality keeps them prepared for the outcome of the negatives such that they can bounce back after a hit, no matter how bad the hit was. Also, it is successful people who offer the win-win option at the negotiating table. As much as they want to win, they also love to see other people win. Their positivity helps them think of better negotiations where both parties leave smiling and fulfilled. Number 5, they have been shaped by their experience. The lives of successful people have been shaped by their past experiences. They have had to endure really tough times to climb up the ladder of success. They have witnessed victory and seen failure. They have felt the pangs of defeat and not been able to get what they want. They have seen the good sides of life as well as the bad. They have experienced the good, the bad, and the ugly. And all of these individual life experiences have shaped them to become the kind of people that they currently are. Their experiences in life made them create the kind of successful mindset they have that keeps them winning in life. They understand what it means to have and what it means to lack. They've seen the two sides of life, and because of their past experiences, they can't make better decisions. Their experiences in life have also taught them not to take advantage of people in vulnerable situations because they know what it feels like. Rather, just like the win-win situations, they help people out, but in ways that would also be to the benefit of both parties. Number 6, they focus more on gaining wisdom than becoming successful. Proverbs 4 verse 7 says, "Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. And with all thy getting, get understanding." Successful people follow this rule of the scriptures unconsciously but intentionally. Unconsciously, because not every successful person in the world is a Christian, hence they may not know that this principle comes from the Bible. However, regardless of their ignorance of the source of this rule, they are very intentional with seeking wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Every successful man knows that the first thing to consider before getting into anything is to get wisdom, insights, and understanding of that thing first. Financially successful people did not start by chasing money and striving to make money. They started by learning the rules of money and understanding how money works. People that succeed in their relationships and marriages did not start by getting into a relationship or chasing every beautiful person that they saw. They started by gaining relational wisdom, how to understand and interact with members of the opposite sex. Wisdom is the first thing to seek before getting into anything. Wisdom gives life to everything else. God bless you.